And welcome to my YouTube channel Ishwari IAS PCS. Today we are going to start a new session for the Hindu news analysis. So welcome back to my YouTube channel and uh, very happy and warm welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss about the some editorial page that is very important for the exams perspective. So first of all, we are here the talking about the BRICS is a platform for the global south, says Modi. So let's say here the Modi talk about the BRICS which means a group of organization that is made by the South Asian nation. So here this one is BRICS which means B4. Let's say the BRICS is a full form of the countries names who participate in this organization. So BRICS is a South Asian continents organization. So let's say the Modi says about this platform is a global uh, south, and the BRICS grouping has become a platform for discussing the challenges facing the global south. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said to for leaving for the South Africa, where he is expected to meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping for the first time since their brief encounter in G20 Bali summit last November. So let's say this is the important point for your exams perspective. The last summit of the BRICS that was held in Bali. So now the next is the important for your exams perspective. So today we are going to start a editorial page of the Hindu news analysis. So let's talk about something different. The BRICS, their headquarter is in China, Beijing. So Mr. Modi was landed in the South Africa Waterloo Air Force Base on Tuesday and ahead of the BRICS summit to be held in Johannesburg, was received by the South African Deputy President Paul Mastal. Now the BRICS has become pursuing a strong cooperation agenda across the various sectors. So let's say the BRICS, which means the corporate countries that help to each other to increase and develop the both countries. So the BRICS has become a platform for discussing and deliberating on issues of concern for the entire global south, including the development uh, imperatives and reforms of the multilateral system, said Mr. Modi in a statement issued before his departure. Mr. Xi and the Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, who both arrived day earlier, attended a BRICS business forum meeting along with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa and Mr. Modi before leaving for a leaders' retreat and will attend the day-long BRICS summit on Wednesday. So let's talk about the BRICS summit. This summit was a fifth BRICS summit. Is the first in-person meet since 2019 and after the COVID-19 pandemic, the first since the Russian war in Ukraine, and the first time the Mr. Modi and Mr. Xi Jinping will take participate in this restricted gathering of just four leaders since the LAC, which means line of actual controls standoff began in 2020. So this is important. The LAC, the dispute between the India and the China border in 2020. So we call it the this summit is a first for the Indian and the Chinese president who participate this BRICS summit. So the Russian President Vladimir Putin will take part in this summit via the video conference, while his foreign minister Sergei Lavrov will officiate at a BRICS events which includes an outreach events with African Union countries and other invitees from the global south. Johannesburg meetings has additional significance and it will discuss explain of the grouping for including countries like Iran, Bangladesh and other developing countries. So this is very important for the exams perspective, so that everyone need to know about the BRICS summit. This is the BRICS summit is conducted in the Johannesburg, and where the Prime Minister Modi being welcomed and upon his arrived in Johannesburg on Tuesday. So this is important for your exams perspective and everyone need to review this topic. So now today we are going to start the Congress promises caste census in Madhya Pradesh. So this is the very important for your exams perspective. The caste census, at this time every opposition party will raise the voice against the caste census. So the caste census is a very essential issue to improve the education, poverty, development and many more issues in India. So the Congress promises the caste census in Madhya Pradesh. And here the President Congress Madhya Pradesh President Mallikarjun Kharge on Tuesday said that the party will conduct a caste census after when it comes to power in its state. So now today we are going to discuss about the Chandrayaan 3 landed on the moon. So this is very important and a very historical moment for India. So today we are going to start the Chandrayaan 3 landed, all set for touchdown today on moon land, and this is a very realistic thing, our scientist who works very efficiently to do that. So the 4 years after its procedure crashed on the lunar surface. So the today everyone need to know the surface of the moon, we call it the lunar surface. So this is important for your exams perspective and everyone noted down this one. So now let's talk about the Chandrayaan 3. This one is the very expensive mission for Indian government, and the any research projects that was led by the, and under this project under the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So after 4 years the procedure crashed on the lunar surface minister before touchdown. The Chandrayaan 3 landed module with a rover in its belly will attempt land on the moon at 6:40 p.m. on Wednesday. So this one is very important for your exams perspective. The Chandrayaan 3 that was landed on moon the 6 o'clock 4 minutes p.m. on Wednesday, and around 5:45 p.m. prime meridian the mission operation complex, which means the MOX at the ISRO telemetry tracking commands network Bangalore will initiate the power descent of the land module. So everyone, this is the very important for your exams perspective. The which operating complex will track this satellite. You need to know the tele you need to know the everyone the system of the ISRO that track the mm, the satellite Chandrayaan 3 by the help of telemetry tracking and command network. ISTRAC Bangalore will initiate the power descent for the lander module. Now today ISRO said the mission was on schedule with system check being carried out by the scientists and the engineers. The mission is on schedule, systems are undergoing regular check. So this is very smooth landing of the Chandrayaan 3 on moon land. And now the talking about the important points of your exams perspective, the tracking of the mission with the help of this operation of the Chandrayaan 3, we call it the MOX. You need to know the mission operation complex that help the ISRO to to track this satellite on moon land. Now the if all goes as per plans, the lander would make a safe and a soft landing on the moon, and the fourth century the achieve his feat with the US, Russia and China. So the everyone need to know the India's becomes the fourth countries to achieve his feat after the US, Russia and China. This is important for your exams perspective and you need to note it down on your notebooks. The complex power descent of Chandrayaan 2 was referred as a 15 minutes of the terror by them. Now the present time the ISRO chairman K. Sivan and it be recalled the Chandrayaan 2's Vikram lander almost evaded this but it gave up at an altitude of 2.1 kilometers before touchdown and subsequently lost communication with the ground station. So that this one is very important for your exams perspective and everyone note it down in your notebook for the current affairs. So this is important for your exams perspective. Now that today we are going to talk about the Manipur Assembly to convene on August 29. So let's talk about Manipur government Anusuya Uike. Okay, this one is very important. The Manipur governor, the Anusuya Uike, on Tuesday summoned the monsoon session of the 16th member assembly on August 29, following a recommendation of the state cabinet official said. So this is very important for your exams perspective for any state level exams. At the present time the Manipur governor the Anusuya Uike, who recalled the member of the legislative council and the legislative assembly for monsoon session and everyone need to join the session and quieting the government's orders. Assembly Secretary K. Magajit Singh said in notification that the fourth session of the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly would meet on Tuesday and the Business Advisory Committee of the Assembly would be decide the schedule and duration of the session on an official said. And at the present time the Chief Minister's office announced Cabinet decided to convene the session. The 10 Kuki MLAs, including the 7 of ruling BJP, are unlikely to attend the session for security reason. A similar reason has been cited for the top Naga MLAs who may escape the session too. So this is very important for your exams perspective and you need to know the Manipur monsoon session will be held at the present time on August 29. That was announced by the Manipur government Anusuya Uike. Now at the present time the Chief Minister of the Manipur and Biren Singh. This is and here the BJP ruling government and who at the present time the important and very essential topics for your exams perspective. So wish you happy to all of you and you need to learn about more these topics. And now we are going to start something special for your exams perspective. So let's talk about something topics that is also in editorial page. Let's talk about this important topic for your exams perspective. And this is important for your exams. For senior Delhi government officials accused of raping minors sent to the judicial custody. How it was happens today in Delhi. So let's talk about the police says official wife were arrested 8 days after registration of FR as the victim was not in a state to record her statement based on which arrest could be made. So let's talk about the senior Delhi government officials. Primodi Primodi Khaka 51 accused of the raping a minor over the several months and impregnating her was on Tuesday remanded in the judicial custody. Mr. Khaka's wife, the Seema Khaka, was allegedly forced the victim to take the abortion pills. So this is at the present time is Mrs. Khaka's, Mr. Khaka's wife, Seema Khaka, who allegedly forced the victim to take abortion pills and leading to the termination of her pregnancy was also recommended in judicial custody. And this is very concern for the India's judicial intervention. The couple was arrested on Monday and 8 days after an FIR was filed at the Burari police station under the various sections of the Indian Penal Code and including the rape, criminal intimidating and causing miscarriaging without consent, and along with the relevant section of the protection of the children from sexual offences. We called it the POXO Act, and that is related to the child's prevention acts. We call it the POXO Act. Now, speaking about the delay in arresting the accused, the Deputy Commissioner of Police North, the Sagar Singh Kalshi, said the police could not record the victim's statements and as she were in severe trauma and that the doctors had advised them against talking her about the abuse. The POXO case, we try to make the arrest only after recording the statement under IPC CRPC criminal procedure cases section 164. This CRPC is also related to the POXO Act, who are very harmful for the children's, and it helps us put together to the strong cases. And he paid. The police records the victims' statements before a magistrate on Monday, and the Children Welfare Committee councillor and currently talking the victim of DCP said. Mr. Khaka, senior officer of the Delhi Government Women and Child Development Department, who was suspended on Monday, allegedly raped his wife's then 15 years old daughter over 4 months for October 2020 to February to 2021, and he stayed at his home in Burari. So this is very important for your exams perspective. POXO Act, you need to note it down. This is important for your exams perspective. So now today we are going to talk about something special for your exams perspective. The officer schools in Delhi to remain closed for September 8 to 10 G20 leader summits. So this is important for your exams perspective. G20 is a group of developing 20 countries. It is a type of organization, and at this time the G20 summit was held on India in Delhi, and it is likely to be attended by the 29 heads of state and the thousands of delegates from host of the countries such as United States, Canada, Germany and China will be flocking to the countries for the summit. The main venues to be visited by them including the Rajghat IARI Pusa, Indian Agriculture Research Institute Pusa, and the NGMA Jaipur House. So the this is important for your exams perspective about the G20. G20 is very special and very important for your exams perspective. So you need to learn more about it. Now we talking about Ashok Gehlot's launches Mission 23 to make Rajasthan leading state. This is a regional for your exams perspective. This is important for the regional exams. Now today we are going to talk about the days after first list tears and J's exposed crack in BRS. Now today we are going to talk about the Lalu's side steps query on Nitish becoming India's bloc convener. Now today we are going to talk about the Rashtriya Janata Dal chief Lalu Prasad on Tuesday said anybody could become to the national convener of the opposition's India bloc when asked about the possibility of Bihar chief minister and the Janata Dal leader Nitish Kumar assuming the post. He also denied cutting a deal with Mr. Kumar over his son and the Deputy Chief Minister Yadav elevation to the CM post and said as of now their priority is to defeat the BJP lead India in the next year Lok Sabha election. So welcome back to my YouTube channel and wish you happy. And if you will like my YouTube channel and my video, please be continue on my YouTube channel and I will try to do best. And if you have any query, any type of confusion, and if you want to know, try to translate the English to the Hindi, please mention your comments and I will read your comment in comment section. Then I will try to do that and I will totally change English to Hindi. So wish you happy my brother and sister, and please like, subscribe and share my YouTube channel with friends. And you all are my heartiest and great friends to do something special for me. Thank you to all of you.